Hello, I'm Bruce Zimmerman, and this is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week. Hydrangeas. There's a million different kinds, but actually there's 49 different varieties around the world. 4 are native to North America. But there are 6 basic groups of hydrangeas, and they are some blooming on new wood, some on old wood, some on new and old wood. Some really require only dead to be removed, and of course, deadheading is always important on all the hydrangeas. With hydrangeas, make sure you go and you put them into morning sun or dappled afternoon shade. And of course, you're going to need a 2 to 3 inch shredded bark mulch over top to keep them moist. Decent soil, well drained, but moisture retentive. They hate wet feet in most cases. Now, never let your hydrangea get to the point of wilting. It's not good for the root system, and it's not good for the leaves or the growth of the plant. And when they're coming into flower, make sure that this wilting does not happen. Because one, that could abort some of the flowers, and if not, the flowers will be smaller, and of course we don't want smaller flowers. The first one I'd like to do is PG Hydrangea group. The one called Limelight is one of the improved paniculata hydrangeas. It has bright lime green flowers in August, and of course that's an unusual color in the garden. To the real extraordinary color that you need to get into the garden. It makes an excellent contrast and transition between clashing colors in your garden. It's vigorous, it's floriferous, and it adapts well to clay soils. Now, what did I just say? They don't like them, like that type of soil, and they don't like wet feet. Well, I told you there was exceptions. And then Little Lime Hydrangea. Now, this one, again, is Hydrangea paniculata. Now, with the PGs, of course, you've got the panicle, which is the cone-shaped flowers on these. That's how they get the paniculata. It is more compact. It's like Limelight, hardy to zone 4, but it is, when compact, it's much smaller than Limelight. Limelight ends up being 250 centimeters by 300 centimeters, where Little Lime is 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters. So you choose which one you'd plant, but I can tell you now, it'll be Little Lime in most cases. The heads start with a chartreuse and change to a pink in the cooler late season weather. They last well into the fall, and they bloom on new wood. There, so now you know that one. Phantom Hydrangea. Now, this one's a paniculata phantom. It's got dark green foliage, large, dense, white cone-shaped flowers that are in August. Prune the spent flowers in November. Very specific, aren't we? Adapt well to clay soils. Another one. Hardy to zone 3B. Yeah. But it's 300 centimeters by 300 centimeters. Not very small. Another paniculata is Bobo. This one is actually very nice. A lot of people really like Bobo. It is a dwarf paniculata hydrangea. It is engulfed in white flowers in the summertime. Yes, lots of flowers. You'll have a hard time sometimes in a good year of seeing the foliage. It continues to grow and lengthen as they bloom. In the fall, they turn pinkish, the flowers do. And, of course, the flowers are held upright on strong stems, which is a good thing. Always makes them stand out. The next paniculata is Little Quickfire. This hydrangea is fairly new. It is early blooming. It flowers about a month before most of the other hydrangeas in this group. White flowers transform to a pink-red as the summer progresses. It's dwarf. It's easy to get into the landscape because of it. And it can be put into large containers for container gardening. Hardy to zone 4, 90 centimeters by 125 centimeters. And I think you will like that. The next paniculata is Strawberry Sundae hydrangea. It's compact. It has vanilla strawberry. The flowers are a cone, and they've got that vanilla strawberry coloring, and it makes it really interesting. You almost to the point where you want to eat them. Okay, they're that pretty, and they look like something that would be tasty. They're not. They emerge creamy white and in midsummer and change to pink and finally to strawberry red. Hardy to zone 4, 150 centimeters by 125 centimeters. An excellent one. Firelight hydrangea. It's a paniculata. Upright panicles are packed with floret, so it's very tight heads. Pure white to a rich pomegranate pink that's got strong stems, which are also pomegranate pink. And you're going to like this one because it works well in the garden. Hardy to zone 4, but it's 180 centimeters by 180 centimeters. Not small. So the next one is Pinky Winky. I love the name, Pinky Winky. It's a paniculata, which means cone-shaped. It's very hardy. Zone 4. Pink blooms that are 12 to 16 inches long and cover the entire plant. Pretty cool, eh? That's what you call a big flower. The plant itself is 200 centimeters by 200 centimeters, and you're going to find this one in the Proven Winners section as well. Quickfire hydrangea. This one is the paniculata. It blooms up to a month earlier than most of the other hardy hydrangeas. Blooms change from white to pinkish red before the other varieties even start to flower. Hardy to zone 4, 200 centimeters by 200 centimeters. Vanilla strawberry hydrangea. This one's cool. It's a paniculata. It's got enormous flower panicles, which are a blend of vanilla and strawberry. They're held very upright on red stems. They emerge creamy white in midsummer, change to pink, and finally to strawberry red. New blooms give you that sort of multicolored effect in late summer and early fall. Hardy to zone 4, 200 centimeters by 200 centimeters. So definitely the hydrangeas that you really want to get into, and I think you're going to find that the hydrangeas, once you know what they require and how easy it is to prune them simply by being observant, then and don't forget the deadhead. If you're going to want reblooming, particularly on the earlier blooming varieties, deadhead throughout the growing and blooming season in order to ensure that you get more flowers, bigger plants, better plants as well. I'm Bruce Zimmerman. This is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week.